Alright, hello guys. I'm not a professional YouTuber or anything like that, so sorry if my voice is kind of monotone or there's no razzle dazzle on this or whatever. I'm just here to try to offer something simple and maybe a good alternative for you Christians that are really looking to dig deep into theology, have some ministries of your own, but maybe in a situation where you just can't afford the cost of Bible colleges or Christian colleges or seminaries. I wanted to just show you an easy alternative for that without feeling like you have to go into debt to get that knowledge base, to dig deeper into those subjects. So one of the things I wanted to show you guys first is just a little breakdown of the cost of your average cost of a BA degree plus an MDiv degree. An MDiv is usually the degree that everybody gets when they go into theology. It's just a general degree that everyone gets, and before you can get an MDiv, since it's graduate school, you need to get a BA. So just say you're starting with a fresh plate. We'll just go over these real quick. So this is undergraduate costs based on an average 120 credit, excluding fees and grants. Liberty University for a BA costs around $47,000. Biola, $130,000. Grand Canyon University Christian Studies, $47,500, and Moody Bible Institute, $40,800. Your MDiv costs based on an average of 90 credits, excluding fees and grants, and these will be your more popular seminaries, such as Dallas Theological Seminary would be $49,600. Westminster Theological Seminary, $48,600. Asbury Theological Seminary, $58,500. Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, $58,950. Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, non-Baptist, because not everybody's a Baptist, $55,620. Though as a caveat, it is, I believe, only like $300 or $350 per credit hour if you are a Baptist. So there's a big discount there. Moody Theological Seminary is $38,700. So knowing that going in that you have to get both these degrees, you have to get one before you get the other. The least expensive BA MDiv combo would be $79,500. The most expensive BA MDiv combo would be $188,950. And it looks like the average BA MDiv cost is around $90,000 to $100,000. To get those kind of degrees and what you would have to pay back per month, for the least expensive option, you would have to come up with $882 per month to repay for 10 years or 120 months. For the most expensive option, you would have to come up with $2,097 per month for 10 years or 120 months. And for the average BA MDiv cost, which is around $90,000 to $100,000, you would have to come up with $999 to $1,110 per month repayment for 10 years or 120 months after you graduate. So a lot of times these are this is a bunch of added interest. Like I believe on a $90,000 or $100,000 one, you're paying back around $20,000 or $30,000 interest over the course of 10 years. So that's on top of the money that it costs you for your degree. I just wanted to show you that, just to show you the cost associated with getting a formal education. Now, if you're a pastor, you feel really called to be a pastor, and you believe God's specifically calling you, then in a seminary education is something you want to get, by all means, take out the debt. If that's going to be your career, your lifelong career, then go ahead. But we know that for every 100 or 200 congregants in a church, there may be one pastor. So if you have a church of 2,000, you probably have like 10 pastors on staff. Your associate pastor, your senior pastor, your college pastor, your whatever type of pastor. So this is mainly talking to the ones who are in the pews, who want to go deep, who want to dig deeper into their education, But I just want you to not have to feel that you have to take out these exuberant costs to do so. So, in the course of my own personal journey, I came up. I started searching when I found out the cost of theological education. I was heartbroken. I personally wanted to go to DTS, Dallas Theological Seminary, but I didn't even have a BA. So when I saw that DTS was around $50,000 plus the cost of getting a BA, I knew that me not personally being called to be a pastor, that would be unwise to take out that much loans for personal edification. But what a lot of these colleges have done, and what I saw over the past 5 years, is they have provided resources. They have provided a class here, our class here, our class here, and no one college has provided their whole course list for free. But when I started looking online, I started saying, whoa, hold on. There may be an opportunity here to kind of build myself, my own little seminary type education. So that's what I did. I started scouring the internet. My main criteria for looking, when they have to be coming from a conservative, Christian, Protestant standpoint. They have to believe in the, infallibility and inerrancy of Scripture, hold to Orthodox Christianity, and or Orthodox Protestant Christianity. I wasn't really too concerned on whether they were Reformed or whether they're Arminian or things like that. Doesn't bother me, because for the most part, those things only impact very little aspects of theology. It doesn't matter whether someone's Calvinist or Arminian when they're teaching church history. They may emphasize more of the Reformed people, but for the most part, they're going to teach church history, or they're going to teach, Greek or Hebrew. It doesn't matter, which. There's very little nuances, and what I understand in most schools, there's those nuances too. Regardless of what school you go to, you're going to have people that hold different positions. So, anyways, after looking for these, I've come up with this list that I want to offer you guys for free. There's no strings attached. I'll leave a link below, and it's just basically a list of all the theological courses that you can go to online. Many of them are right here on YouTube, from different colleges and seminaries. They're scattered all over the place, and I don't know if anybody's put together a coherent or comprehensive list, but I tried to do that. And I just want to go over some of the courses just to let you know what's out there. You got Acts, the book of Acts. You got Advanced Apologetics, Advanced Biblical Counseling, Advanced Biblical Theology, Advanced Church History, Advanced Hermeneutics, Advanced Systematic Theology, American Christianity, Angelology, Anthropology, Apologetic Methodologies, Apologetics and Evangelism, Apologetics to Islam, a bunch of apologetics one, Introduction to Apologetics, General Apologetics, Advanced Apologetics, Historical Apologetics, Philosophical Apologetics, Bible Psychology, Biblical Counseling, Biblical Exposition, Biblical Hebrew, Biblical Inspiration, Christian Missions, Christianity and Ethics, Church History, Church Planning, Counseling, Anthropology, Cults and Advanced Cults, Discipleships, Discourses of Jesus, Evangelism, Greek exegesis, hermeneutics, historical books, homiletics, inductive Bible study, New Testament studies, Old Testament studies, missions, pastoral counseling, spiritual formation, Israelology, leadership, major prophets, minor prophets, and the list just goes on and on and on. This list is 16 pages long. The Reformation, prison epistles, survey of doctrine, synoptic gospel, systematic theology, textual criticism, the parables of Jesus, theology, theology of worship, Trinitarianism, the Pentateuch, the Torah, wisdom literature, it just goes on and on. And then when you get down to about page 14, I found some other sites that have like, so for some background, you got ancient Greek civilization, ancient Roman civilization, ancient Egypt, ancient Israel. And then for those that are really into apologetics, people know one of the aspects of apologetics is a good foundation in philosophy. So I included quite a few philosophy classes that are located online, such as ethics, metaphysics, logic, epistemology, philosophy of science, philosophy of mind, philosophy of religion, intro to philosophy, history of philosophy, critical thinking, etc. And what you do is when you go to these classes, you can just click on a link, and it will take you right to the class. And that, again, I'll leave a link below for that PDF. And you can download the PDF, and in most PDF viewers, you'll be able just to click that link. It don't matter what class you go to. You should be able just to click on it, and it takes you right to that link. So this is just what I put together over the course of 4 or 5 years. Now the link to that list, just in case you don't see it below, is bit.ly/seminarylite. And you don't have to put www. or com after it. You just type that in your search bar and the list will come up. Now, for those of you who like the courses, but you were like me and you see a little hesitation of, should I start this? Are these courses still going to be here when I get to this class? And you don't really want to put your hope into it to start really, setting a disciplined program of studying theology, because you don't know, hey, are the courses going to be here? I can't rely on the internet necessarily for these things to be here when I get to them. That's the same way I was. So over the past 4 or 5 years, I've downloaded everything in that list, and plus more, some things that aren't even offered online anymore. I have. For those of you who would like to get a copy of that, I don't charge anything for that. I already have the hard drives with them on it. All I have to do is copy and paste it into a new external hard drive and send it back to you. For those of you that want to do that, you can contact me at seminarylite@yahoo.com. Don't think that I'm ignoring you if I don't get right back to you. That's not really a popular option for many. Most people don't want to invest the cost of that hard drive to get that, so I only check it about once a week. But for those of you that do, I'll get back with you. You just send it to my address. I send it back to you with media mail. It costs me like $1 to send it back to you. Don't worry about sending shipping or anything like that. It's just, I just want you to have it just so you can get into a program of study. Like me personally, I buy a new hard drive every 3 or 4 months, sometimes 6 months, and I recopy and paste just so I constantly have a backup, because honestly, you saw how much a BA and MDiv is. I mean, that's $100,000. I mean, literally, you could think you may have $100,000 here worth of courses if you look at it like that. Like, you're not getting everything college offers. You're not getting the mentorship. You're not getting the assignments or anything like that. But a lot of those colleges, a lot of those prices were for online courses. And in online courses, you don't even get lectures. You just get book assignments, read a book, and write assignments, and some discussion posts. Well, we can get discussion posts on Facebook, in your Bible studies and your apologetics and your, groups that you have in Facebook. So that's not a big deal. So that's for you guys. This is the link to the list, free, no strings attached. Just go to it. That list is yours. Pass it on to as many people as you want. You want to contact me to get a hard copy, that's where you can reach me at right there. I want to show you guys another thing that I do when I do these classes. It's just a little trick that I learned. So basically, say you have the video lectures for Life of Christ. All I do is go to a Google search bar, type in Life of Christ syllabus. Look it up in Google. Try to find. Hold on, Life of Christ. We'll put seminary syllabus. So we go there, look up the Life of Christ. This one looks like it's from Baptist Theological Seminary. This one looks like it's from Missionary Baptist. You just find one that you can rely on. Reformed Theological Seminary. Gordon Conwell. And try to make sure it's the Life of Christ. So we'll just look on this one. And you just look up a syllabus. This is if you have no idea. This is from the Masters in Seminary. This is if you have no idea what you're looking for. So there you go. You go to a seminary, a known seminary, a seminary you feel comfortable with, the doctoral position, and you have your textbooks right there, required textbooks, A Harmony of the Gospels, Dethroning Jesus, A Visual History. And you just order them. You go on here. So we'll look at A Harmony of the Gospels. New American Standard. We'll go here. Go to eBay. And this is what I do when I study. I'm going to go to eBay. Paste. Search. $14.45. And there you go. There's a textbook for your course, for your lectures. It may not match up exactly with the school you're going to, but it's what a seminary would use. So you have the heart. You can read that while you're watching the lectures. As far as your assignments go, you're going to have to get creative, whether you want to do assignments on your own or whether you want to take notes, or whether you talk to your local pastor or one of your elders or someone in the community that's gone to school before or something. That's something you have to work out. But I'm just saying, getting an education without all the costs associated with formal training, especially this day and age when so many schools have given out so many resources. I mean, Christian theological resources for free online are more rampant than any other science, any other course of study, any other group of things you can learn online. Christian studies, is they give away so much, and it's out there. In closing, I just wanted to show you guys another thing. If you don't happen to have the money for school, you may be in a tight position when it comes to another resource. But let me get this out of the way. The price of those hard drives, if you were going to send me one, this is just on Best Buy, would have to be a 3 terabyte external hard drive, and they range from like $88 to $105, and that would be an investment in your future if you wanted to do that. Again, all the courses are available free online that I have on there. This is just for those who want to know that, okay, I got the courses in my hand. I don't care if I don't have an internet connection. I don't care if they get taken offline. I don't care if YouTube crashes. I have the courses in my hand. Because it's not just YouTube, Vimeo, somewhere off of iTunes and things like that. I have it in my hand, and now, I don't have to worry about starting study here. 5 years later, the course is no longer there, because trust me, that list comprises over 3,000 to 4,000 hours of theological study. So it's just a 3 terabyte external hard drive that you can get online. Now back to that free resource I wanted to show you. One is called eSword. eSword is a free Bible study program. It can make your life so much easier when you're getting into the study, especially if you want to start doing like assignments, or you want to start doing things like that. It uses a lot of the open source commentaries, open source theological dictionaries, and things like that. But the commentaries are written 70 years ago, 100 years ago, most of them. So, I mean, theology hasn't changed that much. Yes, there's been, a lot of new studies done on it. There's contemporary commentaries, there's contemporary dictionaries. I even purchase those myself when I can, slowly but surely. But for those that are in a position where you want a good foundation, you want some good scholarly opinions about Scripture, about meanings of things, meanings of the Bible encyclopedias, Bible dictionaries, resource material. You can find a whole library in eSword, and it's free. So that's the site. The place to get the resources would be BibleSupport.com. And then, they just have the commentary. So you just go into their commentary section, for instance, and they would have all these commentaries like Expositor's Bible, 49 volume set, Joseph Excel Biblical Illustrator, 56 volume set, Peter Lane Commentary on the Holy Bible, 20 or 30 volume set, Pulpit Commentary, 66 books, Bob Utley, The Preacher's Complete Homiletical, Mary Heinrich Critical and Exegetical, David Guzik, and the list just goes on. I mean, you just got to go in there and search what you want, and there's just so many resources on there that it can give you a good scholarly, foundation. If you want to take this whole theology thing seriously, and then maybe you can save up and buy, I look on eBay all the time for commentary sets or for theology sets and things like that, because you'll find bargains. You'll really find bargains. I don't go to Christian book distributors most of the time or things like that. I look on eBay, Amazon, A-Books. I buy them all used. There's no way I can afford Logos. Bible software. It's just out of my league. The base packages of the things that I would want, just to get all of them in one package, are usually the $4,000, $3,000, $4,000 ones, and I just don't have the $200 or $300 a month to dedicate just to that. So this is a good alternative while you purchase yourself used books of contemporary commentaries, dictionaries, encyclopedias, and stuff. And the site for that is eSword. So eSword is the program. You can go here, and for the free resources, you can go to this right here, www.biblesupport.com. So thank you guys for taking the time to listen. I just wanted to show you guys this, especially those of you who are struggling to really, you really have that feeling you want to dig deep into theology, you want to make an impact in your community. You don't have the time, the resources, the money to dedicate to Bible college or seminary, as far as, moving your family, quitting your job, doing all this other stuff that it takes to do. You may just be poor, just like me. I mean, I think I made $18,000 last year. I'm not rich, by American standards. So this will give you, don't let anybody tell you that you have to go to Bible college or seminary to get the knowledge. You use this list, being plugged into a local church, getting on some Facebook forums, some serious ones, not just the ones that like to argue and bicker with each other and throw insults, but get on some serious ones. Maybe you can find a mentor or two, and you can get a really good, solid theological education online for free. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Y'all have a blessed day, and remember, contact me if you want that hard copy. We can discuss it in the email. I don't want no money from you. I don't want $1 from you. You know what I mean? But I do have to talk to you to give you my address and let you know how it's going to go down, and we'll talk then. But for the rest of y'all, the list is free, and may you use it to the glory of God. Y'all have a good day or evening, and God bless.